Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Utah Utes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Woodhead. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Utah Utes offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Connor. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Utes will call on their punt team. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Mountaineers offense has its first opportunity of the day. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
Fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Might as well give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Mountaineers want to move quickly. They'll try to power their way ahead. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try the run. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Quickly complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to it. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Utes.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. They go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On second down, wants to throw. He's got his man. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll...
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really... and they test their physicality.
Quickly out to the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Mountaineers are flying down the field. The give to the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the tight end. What a throw! Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Puck throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Let's see what they've got on second down. A hand to the running back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room down able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work. Goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Mountaineers in the hurry up. Trying to punch it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Connor. Got his man in the middle. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Utes getting set on 1st and 10. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll line up for a second down play. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air, it's Connor. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Those always sting a little bit when you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive. Just really annoying as a defensive guy.
On second down, he's looking downfield. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Utes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Here comes the offense on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Caught in the backfield, it's Spears. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Going for it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Getting a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. And off from the shotgun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Power football with the run.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll go right back to him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Nice move there. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
It's first and 10 from the 31. The give to the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Here's the handoff. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Now improvising. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job by the D, playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the fourth quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
They want to continue this long drive. Ninth play coming. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw, it's Connor. Buys a little extra time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Mountaineers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a 1st down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
And the Utes headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Connor. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. A shot for the end zone. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Fights off a defender. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Extending the play. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. They'll try the right side. At the 35, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, the defense, they're going to have to be physical here. They're down. It's late in the 4th, under 2 minutes to go. You've got to get stops. This is where you need to be at your most physical point that you've been in this game.
And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
This time it's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Going for 6. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it out. It's split head. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.